Ever since Killing Time had come out for Black Ops 3 Zombies, us glitchers were always wondering, like, what can we do with this? You stop time for 20 seconds. Is there any way we can affect things or glitch things with this? And there has been some really cool stuff we've found over the years, and recently, shout out to these guys, they were using it to end the boss fight early on Horizon. I've made a full video about this, but you can pause time for 20 seconds with the Keeper in the boss fight and do a ton of damage to the Keeper during that time, and it allows you to insta-kill the boss and end the boss fight right there without going through the rest of the phases. I was talking to No Thumb's crew about this, Shut Up Maniac, and he was like, let's go into the Gorod Krovi Boss fight and see if we can use Killing Time to pause the dragon, do a bunch of damage to it, and see if we could maybe do a lot of damage to the dragon in the first phase and skip the other 3 phases, because the Horizon boss had 3 phases as well, so we're like, you know, maybe this would work. Well, while we were messing with it, I hit the Killing Time at the wrong time. It was like super delayed, and it ended up causing the dragon to skip 2 of its attack phases and made the boss fight really easy. And I was in a game with Maniac when it happened, and he said he'd never seen it before, and if he'd never seen it, then I was like, yeah, this might be new. And I even messaged that speed runners group, and they were like, no, we've never seen this either. They looked into the code to see if this was an intended mechanic, because the Horizon boss fight is intended to be ended early if you do 1,000,000 damage, but for this, yeah, Killing Time is not supposed to be doing this. This is clearly just a glitch. So for the dragon, there are 3 phases, and you shoot it 3 times, and it also has 3 fire-breathing attacks, and those fire-breathing attacks is what you can skip and stop the dragon from doing. The dragon will set the entire arena on fire, and you have to escape to the outer corners to not get burned. First, let me quickly show you what these 3 phases that the dragon goes through looks like normally without using Killing Time or skipping anything. And I'll play this really fast. So the dragon flies in and lands and breathes fire to the arena and sets it all on fire. And then it flies over to the left where Nikolai shoots it. Then you need to damage the spot that Nikolai shot. Then it takes off, goes back to the original spot, and then breathes fire again, and then goes to the other side of the arena. Nikolai shoots it again, you shoot that injured spot, and then it goes back to the center position, breathing fire one last time on the arena, and then this is where you shoot and finally kill it. So the dragon has 3 fire attacks, and I was able to get Killing Time to stop the last 2 fire attacks. I tried multiple times to get Killing Time to stop the first fire attack when the dragon first lands in the center position and breathes fire, but I wasn't able to get it to work. But if you want to cancel the second 2 fire attacks, then you want to use Killing Time after the dragon lands, Nikolai injures it, and you injure it. It's going to take off and start flying to the next position, and while it's in flight, that's when you want to trigger the Killing Time. And this is where I made the mistake, and we figured this out. I was trying to trigger the Killing Time while the dragon was still on the building so we could continuously shoot it, but yeah, I triggered it when it was in the sky, and it skipped the next fire breathing step and then also the last one. So right here the dragon is about to take off and fly, and as soon as you see that, you want to hit the Killing Time as fast as possible to pause it while it's in flight. And normally right here the dragon would go to the center building and blast fire on the arena and set the whole thing on fire, but now it's just going to land on that building and not do anything and take off again and then go to the building to the right. Sometimes when you do this glitch you can use 1 Killing Time and it will skip the last 2 fire breathing steps, but sometimes it doesn't do that. But if you have 2 Killing Times, it's guaranteed to skip the last 2. So right here I've got Huli in the game with me. Shout out to him. He's got a Killing Time on him. So we're going to injure this dragon, and when it starts to fly up, he's going to pop that Killing Time, and it will skip the last step. And this isn't like super game breaking, but I just find it really interesting to see what Killing Time can do. It's affecting a major game mechanic here in the Gorod Krovi boss fight. So right here, Huli triggered his Killing Time and the dragon was in flight. Make sure it's flying before you trigger it and before it's landed. And there might be a larger window for this Killing Time to affect this, but I just know this works every single time. So right here the dragon is going to land, and usually it would get ready to blast some fire and set the whole arena on fire, but it doesn't do that. And Nikolai shoots the dragon, injures it, and we kill it instantly. And let me know if you guys have ever heard about this or seen this. It's very possible. This game has been out a while, but it's definitely new to me and definitely new to these top zombie players. And this might not be super useful, but it does make the boss fight pretty easy during the dragon step. But let me know what you guys think about this, and we'll see you next video.